didn't know. I don't know. I just kind of did the sport.
I went crazy.
Like, I didn't analyze myself. I wish I recorded and watched and was like, okay.
Yeah, treated it like powerlifting.
Yeah.
The reason I'm okay at powerlifting is because I treated basketball like this. I watched every best player ever. I was watching other people. I was playing. I was going to every game I could. I went to like 3 practices. I would go to the JV. I played varsity all 4 years, and the JV coach was homies with me and my dad. I would go to the JV, get a run in, then drive to my practice. And sometimes I'd stay. The varsity girls coach was a really close friend of mine, and I would stay and like help them.
How did you have time to do anything?
All I did was play basketball.
How about school?
Yeah, homework. I'm smart, dude. 3.8.
Yeah, that's smart.
I'm pretty smart.
You don't have to like spend time studying.
Ish.
You're naturally smart.
Kind of. School, I got through pretty decent. Yeah, without a lot of hours.
I had to try really hard to be mediocre.
The only thing at Waldorf is that they force time. So like if it was just tests, like a regular school, I would have been a 4.0. But at my school, you got to like draw on shit, and that literally is time. Like it doesn't matter how good you are, you still have to draw all this shit and handwrite your essays, right? Where like a normal school, if you understand the curriculum enough,
you don't have to put time outside of it.
This one, literally, whether you're good or bad, you have to put fucking time in.
Yeah.
Like I had to make like clay sculptures and shit, you know, like.
On the bright side, they didn't care if you were any good at it.
I don't know, dude.
Just, like,
My school was pretty bad. High school was kind of crazy.
I didn't go to high school.
Yeah, high school is the only reason I had a 3.8 is because I sucked at art.
Yeah,
Justin, you met Justin. My best friend, like, is one of the sickest, and Will. 2 of my buddies are just the sickest artists.
Yeah.
They'd spend like an hour on it. Amazing. I'd spend 5 hours on it. Trash. And supposedly they're supposed to judge you based on effort and creativity, but I'm still getting B's because I can't draw or shit. Yeah.
You just trace. That's.
No, they'll catch you. They'll know, bro. Yeah, they'll know.
I did 7 years in Waldorf. Like you did the thing. Okay.
Yeah, lower school, they don't really give a fuck.
You went there too?
He went to the public one down here, yeah. Like the charter one.
So it's not fake.
it's not fake in the sense that
All my
they
teachers ended up there.
exist.
All my teachers end up there because at my school, they don't get paid.
Yeah,
What?
It's like a real school.
It just sounds like your school is like.
Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, why?
Sued for being Hogwarts because we did like 9 times.
No, we didn't do shit. Because we're
For being
private, you just
Hogwarts?
kind of end up on your shit.
Because like it was satanic panic shit.
Yeah. Because they do some, like, pagan stuff.
Well, and
But
Rudolph Steiner is shady as fuck.
He's weird. Yeah, he's a weird cat.
White supremacist goblin.
Yeah.
He was a little anti-Nazi if you go deep into it. Like, he was helping some of the Jews with education and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he is, like, they said he was a medium, and, you know, he's talking to spirits and...
A little bit of eugenics kind
Yeah.
of shit.
Yeah,
going
no.
on, yeah.
He's into weird fucking shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've read a lot of his stuff because I do find it really fucking weird. I don't know how bad he was. You know what I mean? He's fucking weird.
I've seen different takes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
for
he's
sure.
fucking weird. And it does get a little Satan-y, but I don't think he was, like, hurting nobody. You know what I mean? Like, his actual actions, I think, were good.
Yeah, like that's real possible.
Yeah, because he did. He would go to, like, the factories where the Jews are working and try to educate the kids. That's how this whole thing kind of started. But then, yeah, he's talking to El Diablo.
Yeah.
Not really, but he's talking to spirits and things.
Yeah, how different is that than every religion where they think they're talking about? Yeah,
You could, yeah. Just because we say Jesus is good, but you're talking to somebody we don't know.
Is he pushing that onto other people though?
Not really. No,
Yeah.
because he was around like World War II times. So like, and he's German, so like shit was already fucking fucked up. You know, like didn't take much to be an angel during that time.
He started that whole school.
Yeah, he's a philosopher, and you know he's got a million lists under his name. But
Wow.
yeah, but the it only gets the education stuff. Like when you go there, they don't teach you that. There's one course when you're a senior in high school. They'll teach you they'll like take the Wizard the Oz cloak away and start teaching you about the guy. But otherwise, all you know is school. It's just regular school. It's just a little artsy and some weird shit.
Yeah.
But when you dig into him and his personal life, it gets a little weird.
I mean, it's the theories behind the way they do the things they do.
Yeah, it's like you got to go 3 layers deep, and then you're
Yeah.
like, oh, well, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is just regular pagan shit. Which, when you say pagan in the Western world, people think, yeah, like you're fucking a goat and talking to the Diablo. But pagan just means you don't believe in one god. You know, ancient Rome was pagan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just like the way Christians refer to not Christians.
Yeah, but they put a negative twist on it. Yeah, but it's
None of those people call themselves pagans.
yeah. No, they're this or that. They're fucking Scottish or they're fucking whatever.
Are you religious?
I was raised super Catholic.
Oh, how about now?
I don't know. Pretty lost.
Hmm.
Yeah, pretty lost.
I see.
Lost in the abyss.
Lapsed Catholic, as they say.
Yeah.
Or cradle Catholic is another term.
I was even. I taught Sunday school and shit.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
I was not Catholic.
Yeah, I was in it. I was in it. I was about it. I wore a cross my whole life and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I'm such a good human.
Oh, really? You don't think it was all like because you were taught it? You believed it?
I think both.
Oh.
Yeah, I do think it formed some of my morals in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I didn't really get the negative sides. Like, yeah, it was really white.
Did you break away from it? Was there a time where like
not
you
really.
started questioning everything?
Yeah, a little bit, but not really. It's not like, oh my God, now I don't believe in God.
Some people have that though.
Yeah,
They
no,
have
for
a-
sure.
Yeah, they're like, wait, what was I taught?
I just didn't want to go to church.
Mm-hmm.
There's that too. No,
Like, I hated that because he's speaking Latin.
I did what you're talking about.
Yeah, like a little
Mhm.
break in the.
Yeah, I
break
was
in
like,
the
oh
fold.
yeah, no. The first time I took a comparative religions class, I was like, oh,
Yeah, they said go to school,
oh.
and now that happens.
We had that like freshman year of high school, so I was already like in it. What was cool about Waldorf is we studied like all religions as like history,
Yeah.
not as a religion. So that was cool. We dove into like all the stuff. Sikhs and Muslim and all that. And I like that. Some of that maybe made me more Catholic though, because you start diving in, it's all the same.
A little bit.
Muslim, dude, Islam and Christianity are fucking.
Oh, they run.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Buddhism is the one that's the outlier, and that's the one that actually, like
Yeah.
the basic tenets of this make sense.
Yeah, but that's like so ancient. It feels more like philosophy than religion, and obviously they're all tied. But you know what I mean? Like it's like, yeah, be good. Like, all right, Buddha. Yeah, you right, dog.
I was never. I mean, I grew up in a religious family in a way, like my grandma.
Christian.
Mostly. No, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, because I feel like Chinese is obviously very strong Buddhist or very strong Christian.
Yeah, but we weren't really taught to like believe in anything. It was just like some superstitions and stuff. But
Like what? Like mirrors breaking or like?
just like don't kneel
Oh.
and don't stick your chopsticks into the bowl of rice. Like you could lay it on top of your bowl, but don't stick it in your rice.
Because of superstition or because of like manners?
Yeah, it's like superstition. So when we do these, I don't know, it's according to the Chinese calendar, we do these things for the ancestors or something.
Oh yeah.
And then they'll have like bowls of rice. Well, they do put the chopsticks vertically into the rice. So
Oh,
it's
I've
like-
heard something about vertical chopsticks.
Yeah. So if it's like if we're eating at a dinner table, it's like don't do that type of stuff.
Vertical, it's like the incense that you put at a shrine.
Yeah, we have that too,
Yeah,
or had
so
that growing up.
If you put your chopsticks vertically, it's like wishing death on someone. It's super rude.
Yeah, things like that. But growing up, I wish and even now, I think part of me wishes that I believed in some religion so that I could have more. Okay, maybe it's kind of sad.
No.
More like hope or faith.
No.
Or like something to believe in.
I think that's what everyone does.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to find hope or faith.
And I think I've tried to get in. Like my friend kind of brought me to church one time, and but it just didn't like. It didn't. Nothing really stuck with me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's like I wish I could.
You can keep digging.
Yeah.
There might be a certain, preacher or religion that does call to you.
Yeah, maybe, but
Are we recording at all anywhere?
We are recording everywhere.
Okay, good. Excellent. No problem. No problem at all.
No, I think
Do we roll in?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
yeah, I think they that's probably where religion was formed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Just trying to find some hope, trying to find some community. I think that stuff's lacking in our day, and that's where like obviously like Christianity gets a bad rap sometimes from like the newer generation, but if you can find community, you can find hope, and you can like all agree on some like basic principles or morals, like really what's the bad?
yeah.
Any organization is going to have bad. Yeah, the money stuff, and you can always point fingers to the bad shit that's happening in the NBA, happens in the NFL. You can always point out bad shit, but what's the good from there? And there's
Right.
probably a lot of good.
That's why, like, I don't know. I look at people who believe in like God, and they're so thankful for God, and I'm like, I wish I had someone to be like, oh, it's because of this, or be grateful.
You can be thankful for me.
I know. Okay, well, yeah. I know. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I am grateful for the people.
Oh, there you go.
know, But
Community is such a strong effort, but like explanation of why things happen is a
Right.
really strong one culturally. People, that's what they want to know. They want like logic in a universe, and there really isn't any. That's the problem.
Yeah,
There
or
isn't any,
fate.
and there isn't.
so we got to create one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
All the explanations of religion are backward looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
But if it allows you to be a good person to move forward, what's the harm?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but I think that people are either good or bad. I think that it might. I think that religion or social structures like that might form their behaviors, but not how they actually think or feel.
Well, that's still a win in my book.
Yeah, I know.
If
for
you're
sure.
a bad
Yeah,
person,
I'm all about social structures for sure.
If you're a bad person and behaving good, I'd rather that than a bad person behaving bad.
Yeah.
If you take a murderer, send him to church hypothetically, and he's gonna be good,
Yeah,
I'd way rather have that.
Yeah.
Then we got less fucking bad shit happening.
Yeah.
for sure.
Take me to church, dude. Is the gym your church, and the barbell your religion?
I guess so. Everything, I mean, my entire life is like the gym.
Really?
With my community, yeah, my friends, the people that I work
You have
for,
friends?
where I work. I don't know. They're just gym members, I guess.
Sebastian?
Yeah. Everyone else who just works out here. And then even in college, most of my friends, like the community that I became close with, and I still keep in touch with them through the gym.
Yeah. Well, I think gyms like this, and that's obviously why the apparel's named Good Company, is because you can't find community in our world. And I'm guilty of it too, where like I don't know any of my neighbors. I'll wave to them. I'm not rude to them, but I'm not gonna. We're different ages. We do different things. I'm not gonna go over there for dinner and shit. And we live downtown. It's just a little weird. I'll wave and be nice. But like back in the day, your neighbors are like your homies. Like even when I was a kid, even in the 90s, like my parents' really good friends were our neighbors, and they just happen to have a kid my sister's age, and they're friends. You know, that's how it goes. But I think the age is changing. Everyone's moving fast. People move houses or jobs more often, so the stability of that's not there. Work, maybe you find some community in work, but oftentimes work, you're just trying to get a paycheck and get the fuck home. So maybe you hate people around you.
And then you leave work at work usually.
Yeah. You check it out, and maybe you'll go grab drinks with a guy or two or something. And then a lot of other hobbies, there's not really community around. You know, golf. You play with the people, your friends that golf, and you'll go with them. Just like, unless you're entering tournaments and stuff all the time, you're not finding the community. I've golfed my whole life, and I've never entered a golf community. I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
I would golf with my dad, and then my dad's friends that golfed. So you take your friends with you. You take your community to the hobby.
It's like a once a week thing. Too,
Yeah, and some people go more often, but yeah, it's not,
often.
and you're not going to the community. Where the gym, you're right, like the barbell brings us together.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Oh, dude, you should hear. Sometimes I'm really smart, and I went on a speech that I swear should be on like TV or something. I just went ham one time in New York, and I just went because it was like in the beginning of some Trump stuff. It was some beginning of all this stuff, like 2017, and I just go on this rant, bro. Like people are standing up and shit, and I like zoned out. It's like somebody took over my body, and I just sounded really smart for like an hour.
Where were you? What were you doing?
New York at a seminar.
Oh.
And I just fucking crushed. People are fucking standing up, and then I just like woke up as soon as the speech was over. Someone took over my body, and people were fucking cheering.
What was it about?
Like kind of stuff like that, where like it doesn't really matter where you're from in here. You know, like golf has like not only a history, but it has an economic a wall,
a social status.
Yeah. And obviously it has like an athletic like gatekeeping too. Like anyone can golf, but if you suck, you're gonna hate it. You can suck at powerlifting and still really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because you can still get better, and you can visibly get better. Like golf's fucking hard, and not that powerlifting's not, but you could deadlift 225 in here, and as long as you're deadlifting 235 in 6 months, we got your back, right? Like we don't care. But in golf, like if you really suck and you're a bad athlete, you're not gonna get better. Like you're very slow increments, and then you can't really golf with guys better than you because the game's just a different game. You know, it's like chess and checkers. Where powerlifting, it's the same. Like it's kind of a bitch to unload, but not really. We did it for decades.
Yeah,
we did. I'm squatting 400 with 1,000-pound squatters, and you just take 3 plates off. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me and you bench together, and you're pretty strong, but you know what I mean. Like
okay.
I still bench a lot more than you.
No, I know.
And we can still bench together easily. Like it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Like religion, money, nothing really matters with the barbell. And that's something I was talking about Bart and other people yesterday at our meet is like how much variety was happening in the competition, but also in the crowd.
Yeah.
Ethnicities, ages. We probably had lifters in their 60s, 70s. We had a 14-year-old lifter that's a member here. Like we literally everyone. My old client, shout out Jason, his younger brother Jordan's trying to compete, but I think he's literally too young for some federations. He's 10 years old.
Oh wow.
You know, and so like there's just Asian people, black people, white people, Latin people. Everybody's there.
Yeah.
Dude, go golfing. Tell me you find someone that ain't white.
Right, and there's like a level of prestige too there, and then like the economic status of most of the people. It's like a general idea.
And it is expensive.
Yeah.
And the economic thing is not going to change, because like just how business is. Like they got a lot of fancy grass they got to take care of, fancy wines, fancy wedding. Like golf is expensive. That's just how it is.
Yeah, but in here it's like you don't know anything about what it's like. The only thing we see is what the cars that we drive.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
But we don't know anything about what other people do.
No.
Some people are like engineers, and some people are teachers, and some people, I don't know, doctors and whatever.
Yeah, you're
all
all in fucking singlets.
Yeah, you would never know. And everyone's so kind to each other too.
Yeah.
So no one's really like, no one has this, what is this, arrogance to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Typically.
sold me on powerlifting to begin with, really, is just the community. Because my first experience with powerlifting live was in a meet.
Yeah.
And everyone was, cheering for everyone else. And, the level of diversity that we saw yesterday is not what I was
That's
seeing,
what I was comparing to. 10 years ago, it was a much different sport.
It was, yeah, for sure. But people were, even people who were competitive with each other were cheering each other. And that's something that CrossFit generally has as well. And
although the diversity there might be a little.
Although the diversity there is a little different, but no, yesterday it was crazy. I mean, you look at the pictures of the crowd; it's like
There's no white folk.
No, it's no.
No, I heard you, Jim. You were talking to Marcus about like you guys were looking at what was going on and how you mentioned how different it was. It's not what you remembered.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, because I expected to feel nostalgic yesterday.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And I didn't. I felt a little bit more nostalgic. The meet that we did, the deadlift meet that we did, last year, a little bit more because it was a little bit more the same faces and whatever. But we used to have USPA meets here and USPF meets before that, and APF and SPF and whatever, But yesterday, number one, wasn't on us. We weren't throwing this meet. We were hosting the location of this meet.
Yeah,
so
we weren't like directors.
So it wasn't fraught with responsibility the same way that actually running a meet is. And then the cast of characters is just dramatically different.
Yeah.
And this is going to be controversial, but my thought is that this is going to be the Friday episode, and we'll just cut the beginning and end into this, and then we'll talk about the other topic that we were going to talk about. Since I don't want to waste this is good stuff. How I felt about the judging back in the day.
Oh yeah.
I didn't feel comfortable with it, and a lot of the time, and being the person who was like filming things and then putting it on the internet, and then having to deal with people's comments about that stuff. Like it was a smaller group of people that were watching things as opposed to now where it's on social media and a lot of people are seeing stuff. But I just never felt comfortable about when I especially took a good look at the video of lifts that I didn't have confidence that they were legitimate a lot of the time.
Yeah, I mean the sport's come a long way in that, right? Where there are multiple federations, but like the real federations going on kind of are the USAPL. Powerlifting America's got a notch because it goes into the IPF, and then the USPA, and WRPF has some stuff here and there, but even that's getting a little controversial already,
Yeah.
And I think it has to in a way, to push the boundaries of what the human's going to do. You're going to need to push the equipment and the judging a little bit. Not that it can't have a standardization or it can't be legitimate, but like we had a dude pull 1075. Like there's going to be comments. Like, no way is his 1075 going to look like my 600.
No.
Like, there's going to be something going on. So, like, the controversy kind of has to be there, but now we at least have a couple lanes where, like, you just named 20 different feds we've had in here.
Yeah.
And all those judges are just like, who's in the crowd kind of knows powerlifting. All right.
You're
like,
judging.
Your head judge today, so it's just a little different.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday, Martin, who was the meet director for this meet, he's got good spotters and loaders who move fast, who know what they're doing.
Yep.
He had good judges who were like, I didn't see anything where I thought, oh, now that either shouldn't have passed or should have passed or whatever. I was not sitting on the floor in front of the platform like I used to.
Yeah, and there's always going to be a missed
video.
Call. That's what people still don't get is like, go watch an NBA game and tell me it's perfect.
Oh yeah, or baseball now. Like
I've refed for 10 years and like I made 1 billion bad calls, but that's part of the game.
That baseball teams are ready to burn Angel Martinez, one of the umpires, in effigy because he's so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. He called this is going to be in the weeds, but he called a ball that bounced under the padding of the outfield fence. You know that we normally, if you go over it, it's a home run, right? It bounced into a crevice and then popped back out. And from home plate, he called that a ground rule double.
Yeah.
And what should have been a
hit the
triple.
wall. Yeah.
It should have been a triple because the guy had plenty of time to get to third base. Called it, and oh my God! And it changed the outcome of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's just sports. That's
Yeah.
just going to be in sports. I don't know. I had a thought and lost it.
I just want to say I didn't know more than half of the federations you talked about.
Because some of them died. Oh, what I was going to say is me and Avi were talking, and like, despite how young and fertile and fruitful I am, I'm like the fourth generation of this shit, where our judges are local homies of ours, and they were telling me they competed here for the first time in 2014.
Yeah.
And you know, they're big lifters, they're very strong, they're established lifters and coaches, and they're the, you know, two lead judges. They train at Allen's gym over at Untamed. They both pull like, you know, 400, 500 pounds.
Yeah.
Very legitimate, and they're now the lead judges. So like, it is like the sport just had to evolve.
Yeah.
And it just took us 10 years to get there. But
And
like,
I don't think they were competing in the SBF meets. I think they were probably competing in.
no, I think it was they were in the SPF. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was like Brandon Lilly and everyone stumping around.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the SBF.
Yeah. I think it was probably the second or third backyardy ones that they came in.
Yeah. Like the women's meet or whatever.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what they did.
Yeah,
Said
the women's
they
meet,
competed in the pro-am of that weekend.
Yeah.
So, and again, and then they give back to the sport they can. And everyone always asks me like, when are you going to compete? And like, the sport doesn't need my $100 and me to post a 700-pound deadlift on YouTube for me to help it. You know, we're going to help it by running meets. We're going to help it by throwing money back. We're going to help it by
Building a community.
Yeah, teaching the next folks on how to coach and run a business.
Yeah,
and
because you're in the grandpa generation.
that's it. I sit on my fucking lawn and yell at y'all. That's
Yeah.
where I'm at.
Teach us how to do it.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Mhm.
It's working. Look
Yeah.
at you. Look
I
how
know.
confident you are.
Oh my God.
That's a confident stance you're in.
No. It's you break me down, so I have to build myself up.
Yeah, it's like micro tears in the biceps, you know?
Yeah. You literally do that.
Yeah.
You'll come by and like squeeze my arm out of nowhere.
With no fatigue, you don't grow.
HR, please don't be listening.
No, diamonds don't grow
Yeah,
without a little bit of pressure.
I signed it already, by the way, just so you know.
What, the HR?
Yeah, the whole.
I'm
the
HR.
Whatever. Yeah, now it's out there.
Yeah, they know I'm HR.
No,
They
they're
know I'm the boss.
They're HR.
Oh, the people?
Yeah.
No, they don't know what the hell's going
They'll
on.
speak up for me.
Alrighty. Let's put a bow on this one, then we'll do the real episode.
10-minute rambles. Sometimes it's your good question, and sometimes it's a ramble. Welcome to the Friday episode.
Yeah, and if you guys have thoughts, you can certainly put them in the YouTube comments where we'll probably ignore them, or you can put them in our Discord.
Yeah, join Discord.
Where we'd actually pay attention.
Yeah, 50percentfacts.com. Join the Discord. A bunch of y'all have been joining. It's been a lot of fun. The growth there is great. Community is great. If you want like-minded individuals, we're chatting there all day long. You want questions for Avi, me, or Jim, we're in there hanging out. Exclusives on clothes, sales on clothes, first touch on clothes, all info for meets and everything else. Side note, February 4th and 5th, an absolute USAPL bash of a party's going on here. We're probably about 70% full, so sign up now if you want to get involved. We're probably going to do last little marketing push, so it will sell out. 250 lifter cap. We're closing in on 200 folks, and we'll catch you next week. Where can they find you, Avi?
Instagram at avi.liu, avi.lieu.
What's your MySpace?
I don't have one.
Tumblr?
Yeah, she never had a
IMDb?
I did have a MySpace, but I don't know
what happened.
Tumblr?
To it?
What's the one? Visco or something?
A VSCO? Is
Yeah.
that- I
What's
don't
your
know.
VSCO with
I
your
don't
UGG
know.
boots and pumpkin latte?
Nope.
Isn't that the
Pinterest.
Pinterest is, yeah.
Pinterest? I get made fun of a lot for this. Pinterest is low-key one of the best apps.
Yeah, it is.
I like it.
No, I love
I'm not
it.
going to argue. If you want to get exposed to a lot of different,
I love it. That's how I like
Ideas.
design on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Design,
it.
yeah, creative like,
Yeah.
style and like
Yeah.
interior design, apparel, whatever.
Yeah, I love it.
tattoos,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of
Yeah.
tattoos.
Yeah. I'm Solid Mike everywhere you want to find me, 3sb.co. And we'll catch you every Wednesday, Friday, fam.
I'm at the Jim McDonald on all the social media. This show is 50% facts, where percent is a word and 50 is just numbers. 50% Facts is a Spreaker Prime podcast in association with iHeartMedia on the Obscure Celebrity Network, which is growing. We already had the hashtag Coffee Time podcast with Noah Kinsey. Check that out. And then now we have Stimmed Out with Joe Stanek and Tim Thibodeau. and they have a lot of fun on that show where you just add as much energy drink as you can until you just can't anymore. So we'll talk to you next Wednesday.